watch for while. There'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. Then you won't remember me. Your face will be the reason I smile, but I will not see what I cannot have forever. I'll always love you. I hope you feel the same. Oh, baby, dirty, gave us away. Toy with my affliction, had to fill out my prescription. Cause the remedy, I had to set you free. Away from you to see clearly the way that love can be when you are not with me. I had to live, I had to live, I had to leave, I had to live. Love set you free to fly your pretty wings around. Wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, pretty wings. Love set you free to fly your pretty wings around. Wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings. I came wrong.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching yet another vlog. Today's the 3rd of January. It's a Saturday. I had a great day with my sister, my niece, my nephew. We went to watch Zootropolis 2 and it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. It was their first time, well, my niece and nephew, it was their first time at the cinema. I'm really glad that I could be a part of that experience for them. We had a good day. We just went to watch a movie and came back to chill at the house and watched some more movies here at the house. But it was great to do something different and go to the cinema. We finally got to do it. The first time I tried to go to the cinema with my niece, because my nephew wasn't born at the time. Was he? No, he wasn't. It was May 2021 and he was born October 2021. So I tried to go to the cinema with my niece. We went to Maponya Mall because we're from Soweto. Today we went to Mall of Africa. But yeah, we went to Maponya Mall that year and Steknoko was closed, I think post-COVID. No, it wasn't closed. They were not accepting cash. Yes, they were not accepting cash and I only had cash at the time. So we just went to Spur that day. Yeah, so we just went to Spur that day and just had lunch. So today we finally got to do it. How many years later, Sana? How many years later? Shout out to my niece for being such a patient child, because why did we not take it to the cinema? I think we're just used to watching movies at the house, but I've decided that not just me, we as a family have decided that we do want to go back to sharing experiences together as a family. My mom used to take us to the cinema a lot, and there was a lot of us. And at the time, she didn't have a car. She used to take us to the cinema. My mom used to give us experiences, and for a single parent, she did the most. So we want to carry down that same tradition with my nieces and nephews. I almost said me and who, because those are my sister's kids. But yeah, we want to do the same thing. We want to give them similar experiences and even better. So yeah, today we went to the cinema together. It was nice. My nephew was over the moon. He was overly excited. And you know what? I was so patient when he was here at the house because I had to practice patience. I have model aircrafts. To them, it's toys, but to me, it's not toys. I was so chilled about it when they kept playing with them, because they know from back home, I've had these model aircraft since 2021, but I never opened them. I only opened those model aircraft when I got a promotion at work and got my own office. Then I opened those aircraft. But since then, I brought them back home because I was in a different headspace. I did not want them at the office anymore and wanted them in my personal space. So they were playing with my model aircraft quite a bit, but I tried my best to be patient. And yeah, My nephew was drawing with my highlighters, and those are my Bible study highlighters. But I was just so chilled, you know. They just kids. And I guess if they had been here more often, I would be used to it by now. But it wasn't a train smash. I can get used to it. I'm happy to get used. I want to get used to it. I want to get used to having them around and playing with my things that I don't really want them playing with. Since I ended the last vlog speaking on the things that work for me, one of the things that I mentioned was the weekly checklist that I do. So I just went through my weekly checklist for this week. So my week starts on a Sunday, and on Saturdays I sit down and reflect on how I did on the previous week. I have gone through this previous week's checklist, and I did not get a lot done. So what I've decided to do is, instead of starting a new checklist every week while having tasks that are not completed from the previous week, I will carry into the new week the previous week's checklist, new date on it, same tasks, at least the ones that were not completed or ticked off in the previous week. So same tasks, and then only add a few things that I think are mandatory for me to do that week. Those are the only new additions. If it can wait, it will wait, because how am I gonna accomplish new tasks if the previous ones are not complete? Another thing that I want to implement is to visit the checklist often. Guys, the crossover night, wow, what a service. At the beginning of this video, that clips from the crossover night, what a wholesome experience. There is absolutely no other way that I intend on having a crossover in my life other than being at church and praying over the coming year. If you can, do visit the GBC YouTube channel. I think it should be uploaded on the Shihlobo one. Yes, it should be uploaded there, and listen to the sermon. Bishop was preaching about the things that I was talking about on the previous video, and for me that just affirmed that, you know what, I'm not starting from scratch, you know. I do have some building blocks that the Lord can use, you know, building blocks that I can submit to the Lord for him to use. It gave me an impression. It just made me feel like I'm not completely far off. I don't want to say I'm not too far off, but just not entirely. So I do have quite a few building blocks. So if you are interested, obviously Bishop speaks about the things that I spoke about, not exactly, but in a more informed context, and more informed in terms of scripture and from his experiences as well. So I highly recommend that you watch the sermon from the crossover night if it is still there, because sometimes they do remove them quite early. So if you can, go ahead and watch it. It's very nice, and like I said, I have every intention to be it with family, because I was even telling my nieces and nephews that in the coming year, well, not in the coming year, this year on the 31st, we will most likely be at church, because their age mates were there as well. Also, I do want them to go to church more this year. That's one of the things that I believe really need to happen this year. It's for my niece and my nephews to go to church more, because we used to go to Sunday school a lot, and they currently do not have that in their lives. So I would really love for them to go to church a whole lot more this year. They will enjoy that experience. The age mates were there and they were having fun. I went through the checklist, and what I wanted to update you guys on is the new idea to not create a completely new checklist every week whilst the previous week's checklist was not ticked off entirely. And if anyone is trying to figure out how they can read the Bible more, I have this jar. We all know these jars. As you can see, I have these pieces of papers inside, right? So what I did was I took out a page from a book and wrote down all the scriptures, the books from the Bible, and put them in this jar. So what I do is pick out one, like a raffle of some sort, and then just pick out one, then read that whole scripture. I've read a few, and then I take a journal. This is the journal I'm currently using, and then paste this on whichever page I'm on the journal, and then write out whatever I want to write from reading not only just from reading the book itself, like now I'm reading the book of Genesis, but this is basically my prayer journal. This is where I write down my prayers, notes from church, notes from sermons that I watch. I use one journal at a time. So that's what's helping me read my Bible more. That's what has been helping me read my Bible more, at least for the past year. Because like everyone else, I don't know, like most people, I don't necessarily know how to read my Bible. Like, do you read from beginning to end or anything like that? But just for me to read, I read it this way. When I was an intern at Flying for Life, we had a Bible that was actually in chronological order. It was in the order of the events in the Bible. It was interesting reading it, but when I joined the organization, they had already started. But I thought that was I didn't know that there was a Bible like that. Personally, I didn't know that there are Bibles that are in the order of events. So I've just been reading it this way for the past year. This is a journal from Execujet. I got this journal from an EAA event in 2024. Yeah, the Experimental Aircraft Association in 2024, when they had the annual Young Eagles event at Lanseria Airport. I was volunteering there and they gave us these journals. This was part of the goodies that we got from the event. And I don't buy journals. I haven't bought a journal since I think 2023. I used to buy journals like a mad person. I wouldn't be able to leave the mall without buying a journal. From 2022, I started attending events a lot, and you get journals a lot when you go to events. So I just figured, why am I wasting money? I also have this thing of wanting to finish a journal before I move on to the next one. But because I had so many, I would find myself jumping from one journal to another without finishing the other. I just decided that I'm going to use the journals that I have. I don't think I'll ever buy journals again, if we're being honest, because I keep getting journals. So I don't see any point in buying one when I already have so many and I'm gonna get more. That's what I wanted to update you guys on. I hope you enjoy the rest of my vlogs. Please remember to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe. Please do also share with your friends and family. We started with our first vlog in early December, and I was only on 23 subscribers when I decided that I will be uploading a video. And at the end of December, when I uploaded my last vlog for 2025, I was on 66 subscribers. That was double from what I had started from, and I'm so grateful. It might not sound like a lot to someone, but I'm really grateful for the support.
I just want to show you you are. You send me the location, then I'll be right there. To make her come check you, my babe. No time, no. And my dog is on probation. Another 5 years. You bring girls to his location.
What they want to tell you is, another part of becoming a YouTuber is constantly asking yourself, why am I not vlogging? Because why haven't I been vlogging? Anyways, welcome back to my channel, guys. Hi. This vlog is running over 2 weeks now at this point. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. I hope you went to church. Just know I'll always advocate for you going to church and hearing the word of God. Okay, I'm having this, guys. Everyone is always judging me for Ukuza is rich, and let me tell you, before you are gonna make me feel bad about using or consuming a product from a particular brand because for some reason when it's beneath you, first make sure that you are affiliated, not just a fan. You are affiliated with the brand that you uphold as, I don't know, mainstream. What is it called? High end. Whether you think that brand is high end or why not, make sure you're affiliated with it first, and that from my consuming that product, you profit. That's all I have to say. Switch has been playing around with flavors since, when was it? I think last year. Switch has been playing around with flavors since last year, and I'm only ever tempted when I go to Spam. I tried to leave Spa without going to Isaitle Lama Fridge because I know Switch is doing the most. I saw this one for the first time today. I said, bless. Strawberry meringue. Of course, I'm trying it out. It's really nice. I like it. So I don't advocate for people consuming energy drinks. I don't consume them a lot. But like I told you, Switch is just being creative and it's nice to see. So I was just like, why not try it out? I don't think there's any other brand that is playing around with flavors as much as Switch is. I promise you, there isn't any. Yes, they're coming up with new flavors here and there, but Switch is in the lab. Switch is in the lab and they're doing the work. I love it. It's a Sunday. I wanted to do my smoothie packs. So one of my friends from high school saw my story on Instagram. I had posted the smoothie packs that I had made sometime this week. I think it was on Wednesday. If it wasn't on Tuesday, it was on Wednesday. And he said, with how you're posting these updates, you should be vlogging. I don't know why I wasn't vlogging. No, I did take content from when I went to Food Lovers. Yes, but I do not update you guys. That's the only thing that I vlogged. So when I went to Food Lovers, I got watermelon, I got grapes, I got peaches, cucumber. Yeah, I think that's about it. And then I made smoothie packs. Oh, and I also got mangoes, but the mangoes are somewhat not ripe. And I don't know how to get them to ripen. So now I've had them for like a few days. Still no improvement. I'm gonna work with them anyway and cut them up into small pieces. Those are the smoothie packs that I want to make today, the mango ones. And then I'll show you also the smoothie packs that I made earlier on this week. I do not take any footage from that night. I was so tired. I was so exhausted. This whole week I haven't been like feeling my best physically, and I don't know if it's because I didn't take leave in December, but I was just tired. Waking up in the morning was a drag. Everything was just a drag because I felt physically exhausted. Part of the reason why I'm always tired is because I don't get good sleep, because I've been sleeping while watching The Big Bang Theory, and technically I wasn't like really resting. So I'm gonna go back to having a healthy night routine so that in the morning I feel well rested. But yeah, I'm gonna be making smoothie packs. I have these grapes. Some of them I already put on the other smoothie packs, so this is what's left of it. Then we have these peaches, same story. Some of them went into the other smoothie packs. And then we have these grapes as well. Then we have mangoes. I bought two. They were on special, so I bought two of these. Yes, so I'm just gonna cut them up and I'm just gonna cut them up and put them into the smoothie packs. Let me show you the ones that I made on Wednesday. So these are the ones that I made on Wednesday. I put watermelon, these were naartjies, and then cucumber. But there are ones that don't have. See, this one has what's it called? Grapes and the peaches in them. But most of them it's just basically watermelon. And don't ask me why these combinations. I just make smoothies and go about my day. Someone was asking me why would I put watermelon in a smoothie, and honestly I put whatever I want in a smoothie. My main reason for making smoothies is so I can have all brand conflicts with them, because they get stuck in my brackets, so I don't like having to chew them. Instead I put them in a smoothie. But the one that I had made that day, when my colleague was asking me why I put watermelon in a smoothie, it was so bad. I was basically having colored water. I put in too much water, so I don't use milk or any dairy product when I make my smoothies. I just make them with water. I'm not a fan of dairy products. I used to not eat them at all, but now I do eat them, just not too much. So I just put water in them. That day I put a lot of water in my smoothie and it was just watery. So now I know not to do that, not with watermelon, because it just has so much water. I bought these from Spar. If anybody knows of any other sustainable way to prepare smoothie packs, please leave a comment down below and let me know.
I came wrong, you were right. Transformed your love into life. Baby, believe me, I'm sorry I told you lies. I turned day into night, sleep till I die 1,000 times. I should have showed you better nights, better times, better days. I miss you more and more. As you let love song go through, you're pretty ways, pretty ways, you're 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 pretty ways, you're
You gotta concentrate, baby. Come back to me. Can you feel me? Feel me calling for you. 'Cause won't take you, baby. What am I gonna do? I've been needing you on you. Is your heart still mine? Yeah.